Hello, and welcome to the Two-Way Street. It's our virtual Friday night concert. We have a special guest for you today. We're so excited. But before we get started, we just wanted to tell you a little bit about what the Two-Way Street is doing. Tomorrow, from 2 to 4 Central Daylight Time, we're going to have a virtual sing-around. So the link is on our website or on our social media. You can go there, find the link, join us, bring an instrument, bring a voice. Just bring your ears if you want to listen. Once you get in, you'll be assigned a number, and that number, they'll call on you and ask you if you want to either listen and call out a song that someone else might play or play a song yourself. So please join us.
And then also next week on Wednesday, we have the pleasure of participating in the Farm Showcases Regional Midwest organization, which is a great, just a great place for our folk musicians to perform. So we have Kim Moberg, Michael and Nell, Jenny and Robin Binman, Ruth and Max Bloomquist, Rupert Waits. So please be sure to tune in for that.
So for next week, we're going to have Pete Norman. Now, Pete Norman is somebody who's been on our stage for decades, and we're really happy that he's coming on because we're about to start our 50th virtual celebration. So Two-Way Street is 50 years this year. We started in November of 1970. So we're going to be able to celebrate that this month, and we're so excited about it. So Pete's a perfect person to get us started, right before our official celebrations start. So he'll have plenty of stories to tell you. And also he brings some blues to the table. So those of us who might be feeling the blues from the election or from the pandemic, it's just the thing that'll hit the spot for you. So speaking of our website, though, you can find out all this information on our website or on our social media. But please also go to the donate page and make a donation for tonight. All the money that you donate goes to our artists, and we're really excited to be able to provide these virtual concerts for you weekly, and we can continue to do this.
Now for the big event.
Oh, but wait, can't I tell my part? Okay, I know I'm taking a long time, but Annie and Rod, I just have to say, it gives me goosebumps to have you guys on our stage. Seriously, there's so much to tell about you. I've just learned now that Annie's a producer too, which is amazing, but I'm going off on a rail. But I just want to say, Annie is one of the most powerful and awesome women, but also one of the most sweetest women and like a leader amongst us all. And it really means a lot to me. And every time you hear Jen talk about, I love Annie because this, and it's like half the time it's because of the sweetness that comes through in the email. The other half, it's like, because she kicks butt, which I'm loving. But then Rod, I just have to say, I know I'm going off on a tangent, I'm sorry, but Rod, he is so amazing. And I listened to Charlie's show last week that you guys did. And when you described that you're an ensemble player, like I almost chuckled out loud because of how amazing you are. But the way that you fit in and the way that you do it, dare I say, it's like very, very super, super tasteful in your playing. And I admire your playing and I admire your skill. So sorry, that's my random flow. Did that make you nervous?
No, well, it did a little bit, yeah. Because I never know when Joel goes off script what exactly is going to happen. So it was all good. It was all good. So I want to do the official introduction of our special, wonderful guests and friends of Two-Way Street, Annie and Rod Capps. They have been on a musical journey that began in 1982 and established themselves as well-respected songwriters, musicians, and performers, with 2 albums topping the folk DJ charts, multiple Detroit Music Award nominations, and they are just fantastic, and we are super, super thrilled to have them tonight. So thank you, and take it away, Annie and Rod.
Oh, you guys are just too darn nice. Thank you so much for having us. Honestly.
Really, that was so sweet. And,
I know.
And we have loved this room since we first discovered in what was it, 2004 or so, or 5?
Somewhere around 2005.
Not that we played there, but we had started petitioning somewhere around that time.
We're going to talk a little bit more about our first interaction with Two-Way Street. But we'll kick this off with a song from an album that just turned a year old, if you can believe that.
Yeah.
You ready, bud?
Yep, here we go.
We don't need the perfect day or weather to cuddle in the tall grass together. Gaze up at the sky, forget the whys and the shoulds. Well, I think that would do some good. Before the sweet gives way to sour, let's gather up some wildflowers. Breathe in deep, let go the gloom and the doom. Well, I think that would do some good. It would do me good to slow way down. It would do you good to paint the town. It would do us both some good to stop and listen closer to the sound of 2 hearts beating in perfect rhythm. Well, I'd say that's cause for optimism. Let's ditch the tent and sleep out in the woods. Well, I think that would do some good. It would do me good to slow way down. It would do you good to paint the town. It would do us both some good to stop and listen closer to the sound of 2 hearts beating in perfect rhythm. Well, I'd say that's cause for optimism. Let's ditch the tent and sleep out in the woods. Well, I think that would do some good. Yeah, I think that would do some good. Well, I think that would do some good.
Hey, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're just imagining. I have to tell you this, what we're looking at right now. Rod, we can't stand looking at cameras as most people can. We also can't stand looking at ourselves as we're performing. So Rod sat and drew a bunch of faces on a piece of paper. And we're looking at these faces. And honestly, I think they all have names. But he said that the people just came out of his pen. So we've decided that these are a whole bunch of people that we love and our family members. And I see Joel here, and that one right there is Jen with slightly shorter hair. Yeah, anyways, it's super, super cute. And anyway.
We'll post it. We'll post it sometime.
We'll do a
somewhere.
post.
Or we'll flip the camera around at the end of the show.
All right, well, he's tuning up, I'm tuning down. We, like I said, we released a album, our 8th album last September, a year ago September. And it is called When They Fall. That song that we kicked it off with is also the first cut on the album. And the folk DJs were really, really nice. Thanks to Carrie Estrin, that little album of ours became the 3rd one that got on the folk DJ charts, in the top 5. So we were super happy about that. So we're going to play a bunch of songs from that record, including the title track, which was inspired quite a while ago now by the city of Detroit and kind of big city gentrification. There's a lot of great stuff going on down in Detroit, and it is really good. But the folks that live there, the folks that are, there's some people that are getting forgotten, let's just say. So,
it's funny. It's like Chuck Brodsky said, the Ben there's and the come here's.
The come here's and the Ben here's.
The come here's and the Ben here's.
Yeah.
And it's that's not the twist that he had on it, but it's still the same dynamic.
That's interesting.
Anyways, Chuck Brodsky, great.
So this is for the Ben here's. Ready? On the scaffolding, 200 feet off the ground, painting dreams on the side of the building, but don't ever look down. Sparrows, deserted playground, stories burst at the seams, wide open, closed to the public, on display for no one to see. The city is sleepwalking, having a ball. Denizens hide in the shadows while the kids from the burbs to the pub crawl. And there's nobody looking when they fall. From curbside, mangled malt liquor cans, needles and remnants of chalk lines, no looking for next of kin. The city is sleepwalking, having a ball. Denizens hide in the shadows while the kids from the birds to the pub crawl, and there's nobody looking when they fall. Up on the scaffolding, 200 feet off the ground, painting dreams on the side of the building, but don't ever How we doing out there?
Alrighty.
You know what? I have to say that like we're not looking at the chat, so we're gonna just kind of keep playing, and we'll check back in on the chat. So I hope you're having a good time out there, wherever you are joining us from. And we are in our basement right now, converted into a tiny little stage. We don't want you to see outside of the periphery of this camera, trust me. But yeah, we're kind of figuring all this stuff out like everybody else is, and so we've made ourselves a little stage down here, right?
Yes, our cat might show up at some point.
He's shy. He doesn't like the camera so much.
The leaves are gorgeous outside.
I know.
It's crisp.
The weather's changing.
Yep.
So is life. I mean, life has
Fall in
been changing, I would say. So also changing is my memory. Oh, there it is, my capo. We're gonna play a song that for some reason is feeling really important to me right now. It's my mother, my 85-year-old mother, is getting packed up out of her condo where she's lived by herself since my stepdad passed away about 9 years ago now, and moving in with my sister, which is awesome. It's wonderful that my sister has the space and is gonna have mom with her, but she's going through this. She's going through this time right now, which is hard. I think losing her independence and privacy, and so this is a song about that change that, you know, is inevitable, pretty much for all of us. I think. Ready?
Serenity Road got paved today. One willow with two carved hearts got in the way. They're gonna have to change the name. The Serenity Road got paved today. Boy next door got married today. No shotgun to his head, oh no, they just couldn't wait. But he was my one who got away. My best friend got married today. Ain't looking for no friends, but change keeps happening. Oh, she's cashing her last paycheck today. That factory's coming down. They're gonna put a Walmart in its place. 35 years and not a penny saved. So she's spending her last paycheck today. Change ain't looking for no friends, but change keeps happening. Oh. He cut the tags off his black suit today and She lived a good long life, not a moment put to waste. Thankful she taught him how to pray, 'cause he's wearing his black suit today. Change ain't looking for no friends. Change keeps happening, and I guess that's living. Oh. Change keeps happening. Serenity Road got paved today. One willow with two carved hearts got in the way.
Remember that one? I'm gonna do another one from the new album for you. I got myself, I was never one for watching American Idol. I did, however, get caught up in The Voice when a couple of Michigan fellas got on there. Joshua Davis and Laith Al-Sadi were both, they're both folks from our neck of the woods, and dare we say friends, who got pretty far up in that competition. But I used to hear all this stuff about American Idol, and I have to say that I had this vision that, like, it's this man-made thing, and it took me back to the old, like, what do they call those audition coaches, or never mind. It was just, there's a lot of that kind of making of a star thing, and I was realizing that I couldn't remember the names. No, I'm not. Okay. That's not. Well, maybe a little, but no, I couldn't remember the names of the winners. Like, you know, there's maybe a few, and they have like so many of them.
Is it like a revolving door?
It's like there's a winner, and then moving on, next one. Anyway.
It's like I feel. It's like the time soup that I'm feeling. It's like Matt Wetruba says, trash day, trash day, trash day, trash day.
Shout out to Matt. We've been together a lot, him and me, in the house. It's been unusual.
All
right, bud. All right. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Everybody get in line. See the girl with eyes that shine, and a voice that'll blow your mind. Oh, everybody get in line. Everybody take a seat. Throw your roses at her feet, 'cause soon she may be obsolete. Oh, everybody take a seat. Come on and show her your love quickly before she's all washed up. Somewhere over the rainbow there waits another beautiful scarecrow. Everybody jump on board. Offer her the world and more, but keep one eye upon the door. Oh, everybody jump on board. Come on and show her your love quickly before she's all washed up. 'Cause somewhere over the rainbow there waits another beautiful scarecrow. In a year or a moment, they won't know her name. 'Cause yesterday's darling is tomorrow. in his suitcase, her crown. Oh, everybody turn around. Come on and show her your love quickly now that she's all washed up. 'Cause somewhere over the rainbow there was another beautiful scarecrow. Well, everybody get in line. See the girl with eyes that shine and a voice that will blow your mind.
The real reason I love playing that song is him. I fell in love with his fingers first, in case anyone's wondering. It took us a little while, but music brought us together, him and me. We met back in 1982, just before I accidentally married a drummer, and who I hope isn't watching. Great guy, just not for me. And Rod was in our lives, and 11 years later, doing this for a little while, he sort of...
What's with the hand? What's this?
That was like the weaving in and out kind of thing.
Oh, you mean the sine wave?
Yeah, right. Like we would cross paths many, many times. And at, one point he'd find me and I'd be with somebody, and I'd find him again and he'd be with somebody. We stayed friends. It was cool. But then, when it finally did connect, it was music that brought us back together. The year was 1992. He finally proposed to me. Actually, that was 1993. And
Who's counting?
who's counting? It was a long time ago. At the time, we were playing sort of these regular gigs at various pubs around town. We had a booking agent that would put us in there to play a bunch of cover songs, the same stuff that people heard on the radio all day long. That's what they wanted to hear at night. And that band was a lot of fun. We had a really good time. I was the chick singer with the tambourine, shaking stuff. But anyway, I'd gotten this wonderful ring from him. And you have to sort of imagine a lot of the places that we played, it was okay. I mean, they weren't really rowdy and crazy, but there was a lot of broken glass being swept up into the night. So
People were just clumsy.
this is the vision, right? That people are clumsy. This is a vision that comes into my head, the morning after one of these gigs, when I looked down at my left hand at this beautiful ring that had taken me 11 some odd years to get, and discovered there was a great big hole where the diamond had been. So yeah, all I could think of was this diamond that was not enormous, but was quite perfect. It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect.
Adequate.
I imagined it being swept up in that pile of glass, but I still sort of held out a little bit of hope and called the bar and just said, hey, by any chance did you find a tiny little diamond floating around in that pile of glass that you swept up last night? And of course she said no, but I still think she was hiding something. Working the closing shift, Saturday's child says the trouble with men is the way that they smile sometimes. Anyways, Jay had her sweeping up piles of glass off the floor, and something caught her eye. Well, now it's 3 in the morning, and she's exhausted as hell. But
The trouble with men is the lies that they tell. Sometimes, anyways, she saw the object up close. It was a teardrop stone mounted on a band made of gold. The trouble with glass is the way that it shatters. The trouble with that is the way that it matters. Oh, the trouble with love is the way that it ends. Sometimes, anyways. Some kind of heartache went down here tonight. The trouble with men is the way that they fight sometimes. Anyways, she says she knows who's to blame, secretly hoping that no one would claim it. The trouble with hope is the way that it shatters. The trouble with that is the way that it matters. Oh, the trouble with love is the way that it ends. Sometimes, anyways. It's not like she don't know just how much this place stinks. The trouble with men is the way that they drink sometimes. Anyways, certain of only one thing: somebody's finger is missing a ring. Yeah, now somebody's finger is missing a ring.
It's been a while since we played that one. Couple of love songs. We're gonna dive right into a song I wrote as Rod was sowing his oats, as it were, out on a little pond. After 13 years of marriage, half of what we've been so far, but so this is 13 years ago. The guy pulls out a fishing rod. Like, we've moved twice since then. I'd never seen this fishing rod. This is my fishing rod right here, right? My idea of fishing is very different than his idea of fishing. You know, he's a catch and release kind of guy. as evidenced by the way he caught and released me a number of times. But yeah, I personally, I quit fishing when I caught the perfect catch, right?
Oh, they're just flying.
Ka-dunk, ka-dunk, boom.
Yeah.
Anyway, Anyways, he was going out to this little fishing hole that we had access to, and pretty much every chance he got. So
Mostly Sunday mornings.
I was feeling like a fishing widow for a while. Yeah, it was. So this
Now
is my
it's bees.
retaliation. Now it's bees. Now
Now
he's
it's
a beekeeper.
honeybees.
We don't have the pond anymore. We moved again, and so now it's been the honeybees. Now there's thousands and millions of tiny little girls chasing him around.
Honey,
Sugar.
baby mine.
Here we go, bud.
All
One, two, ready, and.
You fetch that tackle box, honey, 'cause the bass are surely jumping early dawn. And I will get that bait and pole, and I'll meet you at our fishing hole, and we'll sing a couple Sunday morning songs. Pack up that old picnic basket, honey, and I will fill a bucket up with ale. And no one ever seen the sky so clear. Nobody will find us here. Your boss and Monday morning so far away. Honey, sugar, baby, mine. Honey, baby, would you be so kind? Tell the other girls to go get in some other line, 'cause you're mine. Honey, sugar, baby, mine. Sun directly overhead now, honey, and it's warm enough to jump in for a swim. We'll float around the lake a spell, the farthest point away from hello happier we have never been. Honey, sugar, baby, mine. Honey, baby, would you be so kind? Tell the other girls to go get in some other line, 'cause you're mine, honey, sugar, baby, mine. Tie the boat up good and tight, honey, 'cause you know I'm not the sort to watch my step. Oh, but if my balance I should lose, just catch me by the hand you choose and tell me that you'll marry this girl, yeah. Hey, you.
What?
Honey, sugar, baby, mine. Well, all mine is. Honey, baby, would you be so kind? Tell the other girls to go get in some other line, 'cause you're mine, honey, sugar, baby, mine. Tell the other girls to go get in some other line, 'cause you're mine, honey, sugar, baby, mine.
Yeah. Indeed. Where are we heading? There.
We're going to.
Okay.
All right. We're going to get out this new little child of mine. I should probably learn its actual birth date. It
I
was,
thought it was 58, but maybe I'm conflating with.
it's sometime in the 50s.
Might be 54.
Mm-hmm. Here's to you, everybody. Hope you're enjoying your Friday night. And for all of you out there, thanks for joining us. And could we talk about the two-way street for a second?
Yeah.
So
Are you going to tell
I completely just got going in our
origin
set.
stories?
Well, one thing I will say that so Dave Humphreys was anybody in Two Way Street knows Legacy. He's the first gentleman we met at Two Way Street, and it was through Farm. And we got up the guts before he knew who we were to ask for a gig. And I think it was the time when you were dropping off press kits, and we happened to be in Chicago. And so we dropped off a press kit.
Right.
I don't know where. He sent us this email that was like none other that we have ever received. It was basically, you know, the second best answer any artist wants to get, which is no. We'll explain later. But the point was, at this time, he didn't have a gig for us. But he sent us a list of 20, 30 other venues
Usually, yeah.
and contacts for them. And it was the nicest thing. Like, we just were like blown away by this guy. Of course, eventually we did get to play for Two-Way Street and, you know, got to come back a number of times. And we just love that stage. We love the people. We love the intimacy of it. It's just the exact kind of venue that we love. And, you know, doing this right here, Joel and Jen taking it over. Tim, you guys, thank you so much for what you're doing. You know, Denny, we spent some time with Denny running the show, I think, being there, and Chris Kuhn, and so there's a lot of really amazing people, great friends, and Two-Way Street. So here's to all y'all.
Yes.
Thank you for
indeed.
Thank you for carrying on the
50th.
legacy. No kidding. They're almost as old as I
I'm
am.
dry. Can I have some of your water?
Sorry.
You're not even drinking your water.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. Well, speaking of legacies, this is we're going to do a song called Unbound, and this is new. It's not recorded yet. Belonged to a group called the Songsmiths, and this was formed by Andy Baker. He just won Kerrville after his second time in the New Folk community. So we're really, really proud of him, our Michigan boy. But he started this group. He was so inspired by the Kerrville setting that he wanted to continue on this song writing and get people together. And I was lucky enough to be invited to this group. And you have a prompt every month, and then you write a song for that prompt, and you bring it to the group, and they critique it. And I belong to a number of songwriting groups that do this kind of thing. So I'm constantly having my songs critiqued, which is probably why I'm not writing very much these days. But this prompt happened to land. The prompt was my father's house. And it happened to land right at the time when I had just gotten off the phone with my dad's widow, who let me know that the house that they lived in for 30 plus years, which was, you know, for a good chunk of my life, and lots of family gatherings, and yeah, long legacy there, was the new owners were taking a wrecking ball to it. We're tearing it down. And it was weird for me to think about, but it sent me off on this kind of interesting exploration of my relationship with my dad early on.
The wrecking ball is scheduled to arrive today. My father's house is coming down. I can't take a wrecking ball to all my memories, but I can watch them hit the ground. And all the wasted flesh and bone, all the ghosts who linger long since flown. But I can still hear the garage door opening, just enough time to run upstairs. In my room I could be spared unto reckoning, staying out of his crosshairs. You start to pick up on the clues, all the little things it would take to blow a fuse. But it's over now, seems so small as it tumbles shattered walls of madness scattered all around. My father's house had eggshells across every floor. And that's bad news for this clumsy child. I learned to fear the smell of Old Spice and nicotine, and the hint of vodka in his smile. Too many walls, too many rooms, a well-seasoned pot roast with just a dash of doom. But it's over now, seems so small as it tumbles earthbound. I forage for forgiveness, knowing that these ties have come unbound. The wrecking ball is scheduled to arrive today. My father's house is coming down.
Oh boy.
And now for something completely different.
That's why I was saying, oh boy. I could see what was coming. And it starts with B and it ends with Anjo.
Yes, it's time for the banjo. I'm gonna give my pipes a little bit of a rest right now, and we're gonna play a medley of 2 tunes. And the
Is
first,
that a medley? If it's only 2?
if it's more than 1,
Okay.
I think.
I don't know.
I don't know,
I
correct
have
me.
3s in my mind. It's another prime number.
Well,
but-
it's because we do a lot of medleys of 3 songs. So this is Rod actually brought this tune to me, to an old tune. I looked it up, and it is actually like dates back to the mid 1800s. So sometime around 1847, somebody decided that that's approximately when it reared its head. But it's a fiddle tune that's been passed down, I think, from generations. Anyways, we took a vacation on Lake Michigan last summer, and he charted out a banjo part for me, like literally note for note, right? He said, you got to learn this song. So we spent the week learning the song. And of course, we, took us another year now, another summer later, we're learning it. And then I learned a version of another cover song that's a little bit more recent, 1969 to be exact. And you will recognize it when the time comes. But this is Dubuque,
A medley, a mashup,
a medley, a mashup.
splicing.
And here we are.
Yes.
Ready?
And there you have it.
I survived.
Dubuque, and Here Comes the Sun by
All
that
right.
little folk quartet out of Liverpool.
I have a feeling we might have maybe overstated a skosh bit, but we are down to our last two songs, which, unless we get a flag that we should cut that to one, we're going to go ahead and play for you. And I think, yes, let's do that. Let's do number 9.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, I have
When we
not
first,
been paying attention.
I know.
Thank you.
We're going to not talk, but when we first went live, the very first time, this was the very first song we played, we led with. It seemed appropriate. So, ready?
Houses on the beachfront are all dressed up in lights. The spirit of Christmas past is on fire tonight. Waves crash on the shore with some kind of vengeance. They're washing away any hope of our redemption. Will the bell tower over St. Michael don't ring no more? It's been a year of Sundays since I walked through those doors. And the neighborhood watering hole is all sealed up tight. They just walked away, no choice, no hope, no fight. But we're still here, so it seems. A little drunk on fear and elusive dreams. Raise a glass to new beginnings, down a shot of persevere. Oh, 'cause we're still here. Well, now we score big, got us a ringside seat to the show. All safe and sound in our well-built American homes. While our friends are all busking for change on forsaken streets. They're trying to forget how close they came to defeat. But we're still here, so it seems. A little drunk on fear and elusive dreams. Raise a glass to new beginnings, down a shot of Cavalier. Oh, 'cause we're still here, where we gather sticks and stones to build our barricades. Here where we refuse to climb into the bed we made. Here where no one notices the welcome we have Now the sun rose up like a craggy old mule this morning, and a merciless wind took branches with no warning. Leaves and mysterious ghostly figures were dancing. Well, I saw their faces, oh what a time they were having. But we're still here, so it seems. A little drunk on fear and elusive dreams. Raise a glass to new beginnings. Pay the tab and dry your tears. Oh, 'cause we're still
We're still here.
We're still here. Thank you so much for listening to us. Thanks again to Jen and Joel and the whole two-way, Tim and the whole Two-Way Street clan. We're doing number 10. Rod and I have been obsessing over tiny houses. He's gonna say I'm mistaken.
Pronoun trouble.
I have been I have been obsessing over tiny houses. He's been sitting there obsessing over the crazy people that decide to live in them. But we do
3 teenage kids and 2 dogs. You're kidding me. What are you? Actually, preteens.
I know.
I mean,
it is kind of
are
funny.
you nuts?
It is kind of funny. I think they are. We always want to see the show that happens like a year later.
Yeah.
Right. A couple years later, but
Tiny house divorces.
I do think a lot about downsizing. I think a lot about minimizing. I think a lot about getting rid of things, and it's probably because we had to do it one time, and we thought we were in the perfect setting where we were going to live for the rest of our lives, and then kaboom, that just sort of vanished on us kind of all of a sudden. And yeah, so we had to get rid of a lot of things. We moved from what was probably close to 2,000 square foot down to under 900 square feet, and it was really kind of amazingly cathartic to get rid of a lot of things and
Shed our accretions.
shed our stuff.
Accretions.
Of course, that lasted not very long, and then we moved into another house at 1,500 square feet that now has a basement. So, well, we got stuff again.
If only you could see back there.
So this is why I'm obsessing about tiny houses. I keep thinking, we can do this. We can do it.
Nah.
All right. I'm going to keep working on him. We needed one tiny house for all the instruments and the musical gear, and then another one that we can sleep
I
in.
would take like a cluster of tiny houses. You could have yours, and I could have mine, and we could have our little.
Now you're talking. Here we go.
Right.
August paints poetic storm clouds in the sky, and far off in the distance, hound dogs bellow high. There's gravel underneath, laughing leaves above my head. Eager hunters fill up my peaceful air with lead. It's time to blaze a trail to something new, somewhere I can go to find my truth. Weeping willow branches sway to nature's tune, reaching out to bless me on this aging afternoon. Along come the truck wheels, spitting stones and dust, bumper sticker proudly boasting, in God we trust. Still not sure what I believe, but I'm praying for the strength to grieve. Walking through, I'm walking through. The wind picks up and all at once the rain comes pouring down, delivering baptism on this fleeting holy ground. Across the way a sweet old mare is running for the barn. In a heartbeat it's all over and we have to leave the farm. My, how the time does fly, and it never even says goodbye. Oh, through, walking through. that dusty road has gone to pavement now, and strangers from the city are living in that house. Easy come, easy lose what is not ours to keep. But as long as I'm with you, doesn't matter where I sleep. Never mind the bumps and bruises, there's time enough for walking through this, walking through. Walking through.
Thanks so much, everybody.
Wow.
My better half
guys
Cats
are
playing the viola and the guitars and the singing.
My better half.
That is
Annie
amazing.
Caps, doing the heavy lifting of songwriting. Und general career management. Thank you all.
Das ist
You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for playing
Oh,
the
it's our
two-way
pleasure.
street virtual
You're way too
stage.
sweet.
We're so happy to have you.
Thank you for letting us. I think we ran over
And-
a little bit.
That's all right. You're always welcome, what anytime to stay as long as you want.
Exactly.
Just so you know. 'Cause
How about one more? You guys have one more in ya for our lovely audience tonight?
I think we can probably swing it. Gee, do I have anything planned?
I think the chat's asking for encores.
All right, so
Encore,
Yeah.
encore.
okay,
Yes.
all right. Well, we're gonna play a song, a cover song that we dug up and reimagined a little bit. We put it. We like changing things around a bit, and this is a Creedence Clearwater Revival song that everyone will recognize, I'm sure. And but we just flipped it on its head and put it in a minor key because it seems like it needed to be in a minor key. I think, right?
So thanks for
Thank
out
you.
tonight, Annie and Rod.
And
And
thanks,
don't
Ed.
forget, after the show, make your donation on the twowaystreet.org
I promise we will.
website.
Yes.
Jennifer, Joel, thank you so much for having us.
Yeah,
Wonderful
guys
to
are-
see you two again.
lovely hosts, and we really, really appreciate.
Tim, the
All
man
you
behind the
guys.
curtain. Thank you, brother.
All right.
All right, I'm going to mute us out again. Thanks, everyone.
One, two.
Someone told me long ago there's a calm before the storm. Well, I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain a sunny day. Well, I know, shining down like water. Come on. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. Yesterday and days before, sun is cold, the rain is hard. I know, been that way for all my time. Till forever on it goes, through the circle fast and slow. I know, I can't stop, I wonder. I wanna know, have you ever down.